Hello, myself Sunil R Nair, and here basically we are talking about the next part of the earthquakes. Basically, how basically earthquake comes. In this, basically we will discuss that basically few people basically told that basically we have set a 250 floors of the building, and in this floor basically we have set this type of energy, and that floor basically we have set that type of energy. In that 200 floor basically we have set that type of energy. In 201 floor basically we have set that type of energy. So like this basically with the energy basically we have set it, right? Then one person basically literally asked the question basically. Their energy basically they have set it in this floor basically. That is basically how basically they have set it that, yeah, basically. Without basically doing the R&D basically they set it that. Then basically one person basically given the question basically answer that no, basically it's not like that. Basically they are basically done the R&D. They are basically their data are being tested also. Basically. Then he told that basically how. Then basically we basically got uh, few education data basically. We basically tracks this uh, from the education sector only basically when they basically are giving the education side basically when they are doing the education when we basically sets the data basically in the environment, and that also basically up to very height level basically. For example, bcom basically people's energy basically are little bit higher. mcom people basically data are little bit more higher. Data means ideas basically, which for example one person basically is doing the problem solving of the bcom. So when he is doing the solving problem basically, that time basically his data basically can able to read or up to that level or basically not. If he basically gets the data and basically gets the idea, then basically up to how many time basically he gets, he basically solves the problem one time, two time, three time, four time. If basically one person is getting this problem in one time only, then we picks his data. Same way mcom data basically gets little bit higher than the bcom. Like this me we keeps like this data basically. So higher basically data we kept the data basically are captured by the particular students basically. So like this basically their data basically are filtered long before basically. So like this basically as they basically gets the career, then also basically their data remains same only basically. That basically mostly doesn't take change basically. Yeah, until basically gets some big disease. The data basically never ever basically gets changed. So like this basically things are basically there. So one person asked the question basically how the data basically are basically taken into picture basically that this data is perfect. So this was the basically answer basically of the earthquake related. This is the very dangerous answer also basically. This is the more very dangerous and question and very dangerous answer also. The reason behind is the earthquake basically how the data are put in the particular 250. Here basically we are taken example of 250 floor. So this 250 floor data basically we are putting the energies in the each and every floor. Na. So it's not like that the day or night basically we takes the data and we are putting it. We basically test each and every data. The person basically is doing BCom basically, so we basically track his BCom. We are basically tracking his problem solving speed. Like this, basically each and everything basically we are tracking it. And when basically he is able to solve the problem, basically according to the solve the problem, basically he is getting the energy. And when basically what is the time of the duration, basically when he gets the energy. Like this, all data basically we checks. For example, B person 100 B person basically is doing the same problem, basically solving the same problem, but one B person basically solved just in first attempt only. Second few basically second attempt. Like this, basically the sequence of the basically data are captured. So like this, basically we see that basically we keeps the each and every log file in the environment also. According to that log file, basically we takes the data for the which floor basically is good. So like this, basically we takes the data, and like this, basically we gets the data for the earthquake really. So it's not like that basically where the stable data basically has came day or night basically. It has basically tested since many times basically. Then only basically they have set it the data basically. So this is also a little bit about the earthquake. In next part also basically we are going to see a little bit more about the earthquakes and earthquake basically also.